Bagram for me meant murder. For me it meant torture. For me it meant hearing the sounds of women screaming that I was led to believe was my wife.
7 years after the launch of this man's war on terror, there are still thousands missing, and they're not all men.
There are being abductions of women and even children, and there are other female members also in Bagram.
Something's been hit, we don't know what it is, but there's a lot of black smoke and... Get them out of the car. This is the story of a gripping journey from Guantanamo to Bagram. So all these bullets are from the American forces?
Yes, they are.
My name's Yvonne Ridley, I work for Press TV. In search of prisoner 650. Who is she?
ऐसा याद है जैसे इसी पल इसी सेकंड वो गई वो तो मैं वही मुझे याद है बस वो दिन तो मैं कभी वो दिन
Afia Siddiqui is a Pakistani national with a PhD from an American university. The US government accuses her of belonging to Al-Qaeda and says she attempted to kill members of the military in Afghanistan while being held unsecured inside a police station. They say she was behind a curtain when a group of US personnel walked in. One of the men left his gun on the ground, and Miss Siddiqui is accused of quietly dragging it behind the curtain before opening fire. She missed, but was shot and injured in response.
They put a gun down by their foot, and they don't realize when the gun is not there? Do you believe that? Do you believe that?
When Siddiqui was arrested by Afghan police, she was supposedly found to have documents on bomb making, pictures of landmark US buildings, including some in New York, and files containing liquid and gel substances. Siddiqui's lawyers have moved to have the case against her dropped on the grounds they say it's patently ridiculous. How could a frail 90-pound woman lift the gun anyway? And they say, didn't anyone in the room notice the weapon being dragged along the floor under the curtain? But the judge ruled there is enough evidence for a preliminary hearing, which will take place next week. In Pakistan, Miss Siddiqui's family are outraged at her extradition. They claim she's been secretly detained by US authorities for years at Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan, where they allege she was raped and tortured.
I have decided to break my silence and to speak to you today. And I have decided to break that silence in order to urge you to remember these very few points. That it is always believed that one is innocent until proven guilty, not the other way round.
Human rights groups in Pakistan say the Siddiqui case is just the tip of the iceberg. The Pakistani embassy in Washington has asked the US for consular access to Afia Siddiqui as the case raises more questions than answers, not least of all why a Pakistani national is on trial in New York for a crime committed in an Afghan police station. John Terrett, Al Jazeera, New York.
Campaigners believe she was forcibly imprisoned as part of America's war on terror, similar to what happened to Mozambique and Binyam Mohammed, who were held in Guantanamo Bay. The Americans have always denied holding female prisoners in Afghanistan's Bagram prison, but later admitted there was a prisoner known as 650. Her identity remained a mystery, but new evidence suggests that prisoner 650 is in fact Dr. Afia Siddiqui. In his first interview since being released from Guantanamo, Binyam Mohammed told Press TV's Yvonne Ridley that he saw Dr. Afia Siddiqui while he was being held in Bagram, and that she is prisoner 650.
After I saw the documentary, which was really moving, I'm 100% sure that it's Dr. Afia Siddiqui. My time in Bagram, she was kind of heavy built. But, I mean, it's not surprising that she could lose a lot of weight in a short period of time, because it usually happened to us, that we could lose weight, 30 kilograms in a month, just like that.
Did you come across any other women in Bagram?
No, in Bagram I didn't see any other prisoners except the doctor.
She was not showing her face to anybody.
This is when she was arrested?
Yeah, yeah, just around 30 minutes later. This is the driver that he was driving right now with me.
The one who was shot?
No, he is the guy who drive now.
Oh right, the driver, not the... She doesn't look well at all. Was this...
This is her son. And this was the translator between me and her. He couldn't speak, he could speak Urdu. He's the guy from the Ghazni tourism department.
And what was the son saying?
He was not talking and he was crying. When I went there, and he was crying and I was crying too with him, because
you have a son the same age.